Welcome to the session Techies. My name is Yogesh Kumar. In session today, we are going to discuss about AWS Resource Tagging, its benefits, and performing tag management using AWS CLI. You can see on my screen, this picture will give you a little bit idea what we are going to discuss about. So first thing, what is a tag in AWS? So friends, tag is a label which can be assigned to AWS resources. Using tags, AWS resources can be categorized easily. For example, let's say you are in your kitchen, you got 10 similar boxes. You are not sure which box is containing sugar, which box is having coffee, which box is having some different material. So if you put tag or you label them, okay, this is box where I kept sugar. This is box where I kept coffee. So you can easily identify. Similar thing is in AWS tagging. So I have listed a couple of benefits of using tags. First one, categorize the resources. Categorize mean you can put a category. Let's say these are application servers, these are database servers, these are middleware servers. And next thing, resources can be easily identified. That's an example which I just shared about your kitchen thing. So if you got 10 different EC2 instances, you can easily identify if you put tag. Means let's say this is production server for application 1, this is production server for application 2, so on. Help to manage the environment easily. If you put tags, you can script the AWS execution things. Let's say any server which got tag non-prod, it can be shut down after 7 p.m. If you got that particular tag that is non-prod and that is that can be something power down after 7 p.m. So you can execute single command saying whichever server got this particular tag, shut it down. So that's easy. You can say like easy management. Next, help in cost calculation for AWS resources in big organizations. Friends, if you got a large AWS footprint, means most of your departments and company, they are using Amazon services. So to perform cost calculations, if you got let's say cost center tag on all your resources, then you can easily identify, okay, this particular department used this much of AWS resources and this is going to be billing. So that can help you in cost calculations. Next thing, friends, I have listed tag properties and restrictions. As on date, you can apply 50 tags per resource except S3 bucket, because S3 bucket supports only 10 tag. It may be increased in future, but I'm talking as on date, which is 11th of December 2016. Okay. Next, tag works in key pair value. Key pair mean one value per key. For if you can see on my screen, let's say key is environment, which is basically identifier, and value is a string, which is your value for that particular identifier. So let's say environment value is test. Tag keys and values are case sensitive. What it means, if you got environment, in an environment you got E in uppercase. So whenever you're running any query, you have to put environment in similar way, like E need to be capital. So tags are case sensitive. Sorry. Okay, most of the resources have default tag which is name. Okay, next thing, don't use tags starting AWS prefix. So prefix mean anything started with AWS is not supported, because AWS prefix is reserved for Amazon. Maximum key length can be 127 and value length can be 255 Unicode character in UTF-8 format. So that's you can say limitation or restriction, or you can say that's a tag property. In that way they can be defined only. Okay, so that's good. Next thing, which services support custom tagging? The tagging which we are doing, that's custom tagging. That is not something which Amazon is doing for us. So that's custom tagging, which we are using for our convenience. Most of the AWS services support user tagging or custom tagging. For example, EC2, S3, RDS. I've listed only a couple of services, but most of the services are supporting. And then I listed which services not supports tagging. ELB, SQS, they don't support customer defined tags or custom tags, you can say, or user defined tags. So you can always refer Amazon website for the services which don't support tagging. Maybe in future they will change the behavior of services so they can support tags, but as of date I have listed the things which are applicable or available for user. Next thing, friends, most common tags. So for EC2 instance, you can take for reference. These are the tags which are most commonly used. First one is name, which is default tag. Default tag means it is available by default. No need to define it. Only thing, it is not having value by default. So you can put value. Name can be your server name. Then environment or stack. It means whether your server is production, development, test, or SIT. Then next tag you can put application or database. So let's say your server is running Apache, Cognos, DB2, Oracle. You can put tag. Then role, because role is unique identifier. Maybe you got 10 Oracle database servers, but you can put this is Oracle server for this particular application. This is web server 1. This is certificate server, so on. So that's again identifier. Then you can put owner. Owner mean who own this server. You can put a name. You can put an email ID. Or you can put any unique information which can be useful for you in future. Then co-center. Co-center you can put like any numeric code if you got in your organization, or any string, let's say finance, HR, billing, or IT, or you got co-center 11111. So something whichever is identified or identifier in your company. Okay. Then I have mentioned a couple of bullet points here. Please note, okay, so there are no additional charges for using tags. They are free. Only you will be charged for your resource, not for tags. That's things which I talking about. They are applicable as on date. I am not sure, or I can't guarantee if in future Amazon start charging for tags. Okay, tags can be added or modified or deleted on the fly. Means you don't need any downtime to perform tagging operation. Okay, you can create separate IAM role for creating / modifying the tagging. Means if you want to allow only specific user or couple of user to perform tagging operation, you can create an IAM role, or you can give them rights. So that can be managed through IAM. Next thing, in lab today we are going to use below commands, which is describe tag. Describe mean we can see what are the tags defined as of now. Then we are going to create / update tag. If you see command is same, what it mean, if you're changing any value in tag, so you can use same command. Only thing, your value will be new one. You have to replace it with new one. And then delete a tag. Let's say you don't want a tag which you created earlier, but that is no more required or no more applicable. You can delete it. So that's online activity, friends. And for this demonstration we are going to use AWS CLI. Parallelly, that's add-on. I will show you same thing on AWS Management Console, so it will make more sense to you. So let's begin technical session, friends. Okay, so I have logged on to my AWS account. I'm just going to EC2. Let's take EC2 service as a, you can say, object for performing the tagging operation. So let me click on running instances. As of now there is no running instance in Ohio region. Let me change my region to Oregon, which I'm using generally. Let me switch to region. That's again a new thing. If you are in right region, then only will you get your instances. If you use console for some different region, so your services may not appear, like happen. Okay, in Oregon I got my server which got tag name. That's a tag key. Basically name is the key, and AWS web server, that's a value. So you can edit it. If you click here, you can edit. And as I said, max supported 255. So you can see right now I'm using 12, but supported at 255, max supported basically. So I'm not changing, I'm clicking here. Okay, so here this is the tag field. If you see here, I'm clicking here. If you see right now, it got two tags. One is name, one is owner, and this is the value for both one. Let's do one thing. Let me make it bigger here. Okay, let's add or check tags using command line. Okay, to check tags, AWS EC2 describe tags. It will show you all tagging which is in your account, or you can use filters basically if you want to check for some specific thing, but let's go with the default one now. This is my AWS management server. It already got all the configuration done, due to which I am able to communicate to Amazon. If you see, it is showing two tags on EC2 instance. This is instance ID. If you see, first tag key is name and value is AWS lab server. Key is owner, value is Yogesh. If you compare here, name AWS lab server, owner Yogesh. So I believe now you understand how you can see tags using console or using AWS CLI. Okay, let's friend add a new tag saying this is production server. AWS EC2 Create Tags -- resources. Resources can be your instance ID or your volume ID or your any network thing. So that's basically Amazon resources. Okay, and -- tags. Key is tag, value is production. Okay, here I'm using instance ID. Let me replace instance ID because I mentioned dollar. I have not defined a variable, so let me put my instance ID directly. Okay, this is my instance ID. Pressing enter here. Okay, friends, tag defined. Let's check with the command line whether tag is visible. Okay, that's good. If you see there is new tag, key is tag, value is production. This one. So tag, we have verified tag is defined perfectly using command line. Let's verify it on AWS CLI. If you see, it is not visible here. So what it means, I have to refresh my screen. I'm just pressing F5 here, or you can click here. There is refresh button. Okay, so let me scroll down. Tags. Okay, if you see, that's a new key and this is a new value. So friends, that's a way to define tags. So now if you see like with this instance, now I'm aware this is my production server. Otherwise, if someone see this server, he can't identify whether that's production server or lab server. You can add a tag cost center. Let me do it right away. So with same command, keys cost center, and value, let's say this is finance department. Pressing enter. Okay, if you see, it is saying because this value need to be, I believe, in quotes. Okay, so if you got spaces, like this was space, so you need to quote the value. Let's check it using command line. Okay, if you see, we got this one, keys cost center, that's a finance department, or you can put any numeric ID if you got. So friends, now you can understand how important to tag your resources. Now you can easily identify this server is a production server. This belongs to Yogesh. Its name is AWS Lab Server. Its cost center is finance department. So finance center or finance department owning this particular server. so all the billing need to be go to finance department. Okay, so if you see new value will be visible here. Let's refresh the page. Okay, if you see, this is a cost center which is updated. Okay, so that was the way how to modify tags. As I mentioned earlier, to modify tags you have to use same command, create tag command. Let's say we want to change it from finance to HR department. Pressing enter. Okay, so it's updated. Let's verify. Okay, it got updated here, command line, and similar will be on your AWS console. If you see now, it's updated HR department. So it not need your instance to up. Only thing, your resource need to be there. You can't do tagging on a resource which not exist. And like state not matter. The state is stopped. Even your instance is running, you can perform this tagging operation. No need to bring up my instance for this testing, even for testing, because Amazon is going to charge me for 1 hour if I boot this server and perform this operation. The demonstration is only like how you can tag the system. Okay friends, let's say you want to delete this particular tag. Okay, to delete a tag, simply you have to use delete tag command. While deleting, you have to put right resource and key value pair. Let's say you want to delete this tag which is cost center. Press enter. So only thing, instead of create command, create tags, I have used delete tags now. Why it failed? That's a strange thing. AWS EC2 delete tag. Okay, I'm missing one dash here. Now it should work. Okay, tag is deleted friends. So similar, let's verify whether actually it got deleted here or not. So cost center shouldn't be there now. If you see, that is not there no more, so it means tagging is working. So we have discussed how you can check tags, how you can create or modify or update the tags, how you can delete a tag. So friends, as I said, max supported tags are 50 per resource except S3 buckets. Okay, if you want to see, because that is something which I thought I will not discuss, but if you want to see how you can add tags using AWS console, simply click on add/edit tags. Here these are the existing tags, and click on create tag. Let's say I want to say test. Let's say I want to put foo, value is bar, and click on save. So in that way you create or define tags using AWS console. Because what I feel, if you're performing scripting or you're automating things, you can't use console. Console is only for beginners or guys who are not comfortable with CLI. But if you know CLI, whether using AWS CLI or you are using PowerShell thing, so go with the command line always. That's my recommendation, but that depends person to person, requirement to requirement. But I have discussed both ways, whether you want to go with command line, whether you want to go with graphical console. So that was demonstration on EC2 instances tagging. Let's say we want to tag our volume in your disk, EBS disk. Let's check what are the disks available. AWS EC2 describe volumes mean, because EBS is a volume. Pressing enter here, so it will display what all volumes are there, what are the tag values. If you see, only 2 drives are available, but they don't have any tag. Okay, let's pick one of the drive. Let's pick this one. This is the volume ID. Here use same command and just mention volume ID. So what we are doing, we are telling AWS CLI describe everything about this particular volume ID. I don't want to see 100 volumes. Okay, so if you see right now, it doesn't have any tag. So let's add tag on this one. because this is my root drive, let's add tag AWS EC2 create tags dash test resources. Same command, only thing here I will replace instance ID with my volume ID, and volume ID is this one. It can be in quotes, it can be without quotes. Only thing, the value need to be quotes if that quote space is okay. So right now there is no space, so I'm just mentioning without quotes. Okay, pressing enter here. Command finished successfully. If you see here, right now there was no tag. Let's check, because we have created a tag now. Okay, good. If you see here, there is new field called tags. It's got key purpose, and purpose value is root disk. So we can easily identify this is root drive. Let's say on your server you got 3 different drives. One is for your home directories, one is for your application, one is for your operating system, which is default. So you can easily identify this is my root disk, this is my /home disk, this is something like for my application. So now there are other different uses of tags, but this session is only on tag basics, which I'm sure you will be now know, like what are tags, how we can define it, what is the use of tags, and how we can delete or update the tags. In couple of videos I will discuss about how you can perform operations using tags on AWS resources. So stay tuned. In next videos I will be discussing this thing. So thanks for watching this videos, friends, and I'm sure you will be learning Amazon. That's the whole purpose of recording these videos. If you have any query or any suggestion, just post a comment on my YouTube channel. I will be happy to help you if I can. Thank you, friends. Bye bye.